right now, live at 5.
After a close election night, winners of the at-large seat discuss their next moves.
Plus,
those increases that we've seen continue to put a squeeze on the household budget.
the cost of living is on the rise, and experts say it could stay that way for a while. And later,
hear the month-long journey this massive beach ball has taken over a Northland lake.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look at City Hall tonight after last night's close primary elections. The difference between moving on to November's at-large Duluth City Council race or not came down to just one vote. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. Tonight we're learning more about what's next for the candidate in question. The top 4 vote getters last night will compete for 2 open at-large seats in the general election. They were Azreen Owl, Therese Timonik, Joe McCord, and Timothy Meyer. Meyer, who came in 4th, got 989 votes. 1 vote behind him was Ashley Castaldo with 988 votes. Based on that very slim margin, according to city rules, Castaldo has 5 days to request a recount. But tonight, she tells us she doesn't plan to. Castaldo says Meyer cares about the city and her time will come eventually. As for the overall voter turnout yesterday, Duluth City Clerk Chelsea Helmer says the 12% of registered voters who turned out to the polls was right on par with average, especially for a primary with few races on the ballot.
Our voter turnout was really right where we had expected it to be. You know, we look at a number of things. We look at a similar election, and then we look at also what are the races that are actually on the ballots.
The general election will be held on November 2nd, and Helmer stresses people should get out and vote, pointing to the at-large race, which really proves every vote truly counts. Well, today, CBS3's Abigail Smith sat down with each of those 4 at-large candidates moving on to learn more about their priorities if elected. Abby, what did they have to say?
The at-large winners are gearing up for November 2nd, all dedicated to make what they call much-needed change in Duluth. The 4 candidates all spoke about unifying a divided political culture that they said is present not only nationally but locally. Each had their own priorities they are focusing on as they move forward to Election Day. Topics like affordable housing, social justice, environmental conservation, and the economy were all brought up from different candidates when asked what they'd want to focus on first.
Affordable housing, access to transportation, racial and class equity, and the environment.
We're looking at increasing the housing across the board.
Support for our public safety, and that's our police and fire department. So having a safe community, it's vital.
Get out and meet more people and spend more time in the community.
These were just some of the points that were highlighted by the finalists, all saying that unity, equity, and having the community come together was a main mission in all of their goals they want to achieve in the future.
All right, thanks, Abigail. Later tonight, we'll take a deeper look into the candidates' backgrounds and share more details on each of their goals as they look ahead to November. Ely's mayor runoff election yesterday will not require a recount. The winner, Roger Scraba, received 13 more votes than Ely City Councilor Heidi Omerza. A recount would have happened if 0.5% or 4 votes separated the candidates. Scraba is a former city councilor and previously served as mayor. A Bayfield County deputy sheriff has been arrested for possessing child pornography. The 30-year-old was taken into custody at his home in Ashland on Monday. He's been with the department for about a year, but was suspended after his arrest. He's in the Ashland County Jail tonight and hasn't been charged yet. We're expecting to learn more about what led up to the arrest and what exactly he's accused of when those documents are filed. The State Department of Justice and several other agencies carried out the investigation. A tragic update tonight after 3-year-old twins were found unresponsive in a hot car in Hibbing on Monday. One of those boys has died, and police now say charges could be coming against their father. The twins were reported missing Monday afternoon. Eventually, around 5:30 p.m., police say a bystander found them locked inside a vehicle near the family's home. Both boys were unresponsive and taken to the hospital. As we mentioned, one has since passed away. The other boy has been released from a Duluth hospital, and police are now requesting charges be filed against the boy's father. That decision will be up to the St. Louis County Attorney's Office. Now, police have not said why they're asking for charges to be filed. Yesterday, authorities said there was no foul play suspected. Here's a live look now at the White House, where President Biden says now is the time for his Build Back Better plan. His agenda is included in the Senate-passed budget framework and the bipartisan physical infrastructure package. Both measures now move to the Democrat-controlled House, where leaders have signaled they won't pass one without the other. Deborah Alfarone reports from Capitol Hill.
Good afternoon.
President Biden pushed his Build Back Better agenda just hours after the Senate approved a $3.5 trillion budget framework on a party line vote.
I am committed to making sure that our historic economic recovery reaches everyone. This time reaches everyone.
The massive spending measure encompasses the president's key social agenda priorities, which include climate change, child care, health care, and a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants.
This was one of the most significant legislative days we've had in a long time here in the United States Senate.
The Senate adjourned for recess Wednesday following an all-night vote-a-rama that began soon after the body also overwhelmingly passed a $1 trillion bipartisan physical infrastructure bill. President Biden later discussed that legislation in a virtual call with state and local leaders.
It's the first big bipartisan thing we've done in a long while, and I think it's long overdue.
President Biden has expressed optimism that both bills will make it to his desk, but congressional Republicans, they are overwhelmingly opposed to the budget framework, and they have vowed to draw out the process.
We're going to argue it out right here on the floor at some length.
The House is expected to return from recess the week of August 23rd to take up the budget framework. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has said the chamber won't consider the smaller bipartisan infrastructure bill until the larger spending package is passed. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Washington.
Senate Democrats are using the reconciliation process to advance the $3.5 trillion spending bill without GOP votes. But that means all 50 Democrats must support it. And moderate Democrats Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin have expressed concerns over the measure's price tag. Well, Dave joins us now for a quick check of the weather. Dave, pretty warm out there on this Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, fairly warm indeed. But the neatest thing, of course, for a lot of us was the pitter-patter of rain on our roofs this morning. That 40% chance paid off, at least for a few towns. Not that much in the way of totals, perhaps, for some places like International Falls, not much more than a trace, but at least more than a tenth in Hibbing, a third of an inch in Ely, 1600ths here for the Twin Ports, close to a quarter for Hayward, and almost a tenth towards Ironwood. There is a slight chance for a little more rain tonight, at least for folks in northern Minnesota. That's from that small low-pressure system that you see coming along from the Dakotas, running the border. Folks up there from the Iron Ranges to the border may get a 30% chance for showers. Otherwise, that big high taking over tomorrow will start up a dry spell. That may last the entire week. And so tonight's rain showers may be the last we get for a long time. Here's our short-term forecast. Partly cloudy for most places tonight with lows near 60. Although, again, if you live in between the Vermilion and Mesabi Iron Ranges and the border, you could see some showers. Tomorrow you'll see some sunshine with a high of 73. So the heat that Kristen craves takes a bit of a break for Thursday. Is it permanent? After all, September is coming. I'll let you know if we warm back up into the 80s eventually here with my 7-day forecast in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, a chance to explore some spooky history on Friday the 13th. More details as we take you around the Northland after the break. And coming up tonight at 6, we spoke one-on-one with Mayor Emily Larson today about the decision to work with a Twin Cities company for the future of Duluth's tourism industry. Why they made that move tonight at 6.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
Culligan, our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
How do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
How do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water.
When you buy a house, you want to make sure that it's properly protected with the right insurance. But did you know that bundling that home insurance with other things like an RV, snowmobile, car, or other prized possession can help you save and have peace of mind? Reliable Agency and Auto Owners Insurance can provide bundled insurance policies to help protect everything that you own. Trust Reliable Agency and Auto Owners Insurance to protect all the important things in your life.
Reliable Insurance Agency. We're true to our name.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Auto collisions, work injuries, all injuries. Call anytime, 218-576-8599. Free consultation, no recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
The 70th anniversary sale continues at Numi Jewelers with the Spinning Wheel Sale for a limited time. Spin the wheel and save up to 40% on a wide selection of jewelry. Numi Jewelers, where true love is guaranteed.
With over 30 years of providing the best service in the Northland, Ogston's Body and Paint has built their reputation through honesty and respect. So when bad things happen to your vehicle, trust Ogston's to make them right again.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
The Royal Enfield Bullet was designed in 1955 and not updated until 2008. It takes an experienced hand to keep one running. I've ridden in the rain and the snow, but prefer not to. That's why motorcycles and meteorology go together so well. It also takes an experienced hand to make an accurate riding forecast. As our region's longest-serving meteorologist, I think I have the touch needed to get it right.
Watch Dave Anderson weeknights at 5, 6, and 10.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this windy Wednesday evening, and you can see here some Wednesday night sailboats taking advantage of the breeze. Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes, but first let's take a look around the region. A 3-day party for stars up north and a piece of New Orleans coming to the Northland. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland city by city. We start off tonight with an opportunity to get spooky on this upcoming Friday the 13th. The Bayfield Ghost Walk looks to bring to light years of haunted history. The walk will try to scare its guests with monsters and paranormal activity, but the main focus of the event is on the real ghost stories being told. Organizers say every story that will be told on the Ghost Walk can be traced to a newspaper article, a book excerpt, research legend, or interview. The Bayfield Ghost Walk is one of several American ghost walks located in Wisconsin. Next, we head way up north to International Falls as Voyageurs National Park kicks off their 3-day star party tonight. A wide variety of star-related events will be held at the park's several visitor centers. One very exciting thing for guests to look forward to is a telescope viewing of the Perseid meteor shower. Other activities include building a sundial, painting the Milky Way, and other constellation scopes and tours. And we wrap up tonight at the Glensheen Mansion, where Duluthians can get a sense, feel, and taste of New Orleans tomorrow evening. Fuse Duluth is bringing some New Orleans flair to the Northland with a Mardi Gras parade down London Road and numerous festivities at the mansion. The event starts at 5 and will have music, Southern cuisine, signature cocktails, and of course, plenty of beads and masks. All proceeds from the event will benefit the Fuse Duluth program. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. And still to come on Live at 5, how an unusual object in the Island Lake Reservoir is creating a summer the community will never forget.
Well, just like Kristen was talking about, it was warmer than normal today, 79 for the high versus 77 the norm. Tomorrow, though, we undercut the norm for most of our towns, and we'll talk about how long that trend will last, along with a big dry spell coming up after the break.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true. That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to go ahead and smile.
Enhance your quality of life. Increase your mobility. Achieve your potential. For specialized, individualized care, call Northern Orthotic and Prosthetic Center, providing the professional care you deserve. Northern Orthotic and Prosthetic Center, serving people throughout northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, and upper Michigan.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree dental card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree dental card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree dental card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-945-8449 to receive your free Carefree dental card information kit.
Up to 40% off Columbia and North Face summer clothing and sandals at Northwest Outlet.
Hear the month-long journey this massive beach ball has taken over a Northland lake.
Plus a one-on-one interview with Mayor Emily Larson about the future of Duluth's tourism industry.
Tonight at 6 on CBS3. Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, we got some rain this morning. You'd think that would be our salvation, but no, it was really just a teaser. Wasn't enough to stave off our old nemesis, the critical fire danger alert. And that's exactly what's been issued now for Minnesota because of very low relative humidities. Despite the rain this morning, still looking at near critical fire danger conditions until temperature and dew point get closer together. Hopefully that happens after sunset. But for the next couple of hours, be careful with fire in Minnesota. And because of winds kicking up, be careful in your boat. If you want to head out into the big lake here, make sure your skill level is high enough and your craft is large enough to handle a small craft advisory that likely will be in effect until the winds die down. And that may not be until the day after tomorrow. So those are our big weather alerts. The other big topic in weather coming our way is a big high pressure system that's going to chase away our rain chances after one small shot coming around later on tonight. We'll tell you about that shot in just a bit. Right now, we've got to tell you about the current conditions in Duluth. 78 degrees. There's that low relative humidity reading, though, of only 35%. Westerly, southwesterly winds running 15 miles per hour, and that's helping dry things out, too. So what little rain we got this morning, it's being evaporated rather rapidly. 29.63 is our barometric pressure, and that's pretty low because we've got this morning's low pressure system still departing and a small trough coming in to bring some folks some showers tonight. We'll show you who's who in just a bit, but of course now we show you the who's who of temperatures. Mid-70s for the Upper Peninsula, about 79 to 81 degrees in northwestern Wisconsin, so a range of 3 degrees for the entire northern part of the state. In Minnesota, a little bit wider for the range of temps, anywhere from 75 up to Gunflint to 80 by the lake in Grand Marais. So today it's warmer by the lake. We're looking at 78 for Hibbing, 76 International Falls, 81 Moose Lake. Low temps tonight likely in the 60s for most places, with maybe a couple of upper 50s popping up here and there. Well, here's our Doppler map, and that shows this morning's line of rain working through the region and now exiting the Upper Peninsula towards points east. And calmer conditions in place right now for a few hours, but there's a low pressure system running along the Canadian border tonight, a very small one, that could bring a 30% chance for showers for Iron Rangers and folks in border country. And that'll be the last shot for rain for a while, because then the big cell of high pressure takes over, making it sunny from Thursday all the way through probably next Wednesday. It's going to be dry, and we're going to have to be careful with the fire. Tonight in Minnesota, low temps away from the lake will drop into the 50s for a few towns, but 60 to 65 will be another common theme. 30% rain chance north, but dry south. In Wisconsin, Michigan, partly cloudy with low temps there, 58 to 62. For tomorrow, daytime highs near 75 in Wisconsin with a mostly sunny sky. And that's just a little bit cooler than normal. Minnesota numbers could be only 65 by International Falls and as warm as 75 by Moose Lake. The rest of the region in between with a mostly sunny sky. And of course, that mostly sunny sky comes courtesy of a big blocking high that will block the progression of low pressure systems all the way through next Wednesday. Maybe next Thursday, we can finally hope for a little bit of rain, Kristen. Otherwise, dry with high temps going back towards the 80s here, probably by Sunday.
All right, yeah, we'll certainly need a little bit of rain after some 80-degree days, for sure.
Yeah, sunshine too.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Wisconsin wildlife officials have set the wolf hunt limit for this fall season. The board voted today for a 300-animal limit, despite the DNR's recommended limit of 130. The decision comes after hunters blew past the 119 wolf limit this spring, killing 218. Conservative-leaning members of the board argued even after this spring's hunt, the wolf population is 3 times higher than their goal. Residents on One Northland Lake have been having a ball this summer, quite literally. A massive beach ball has been floating around Island Lake Reservoir, just 30 minutes north of Duluth. It's been on the lake since the 4th of July, creating quite the sense of community along the way. Residents, anglers, and all kinds of visitors have been signing the ball with their location and date when they come across it. Denise Bussa lives on the north side of the lake. She says the most fun part has been tracking it across the more than 8,000-acre reservoir.
Somebody who had recently signed it had told us where the location was. So my husband and I and our friends who are visiting went to look for it yesterday. It was kind of like a treasure hunt.
Coming up tonight at 6, we explain how this new community tradition started in the first place. It's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from Animal Allies here in Duluth. This is Brooklyn. She is a 2-year-old medium-hair gray cat looking for a new loving home. Our friends at the shelter tell us she can be a little shy at first, but when she's ready, she is a sweet and friendly cat. If you would like to set up an appointment to adopt Brooklyn, then you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, a crucial American lifestyle staple sees its highest cost in 40 years. Find out more after the break.
Test, rest, then buy a famous purple mattress now at Home Sleep Express. Plus, get no money down, 3-year special financing with free delivery, free setup, and a 120-day guarantee. It's so sciencey. The famous purple mattress now at Home Sleep Express.
At Miners National Bank, we believe in the importance of reinvesting in our community. That's why we created the Grant Pierce Plaza, and within it, Coffee on Main. In our latest endeavor, we are serving coffee to serve our community. We created a place where people can come together and be together. From lattes and mochas to smoothies and baked goods, we have something for everyone. We are excited to carry on the tradition of serving our community both today and tomorrow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
In news, there are no second chances. You have one shot to get it right. You need to get all the facts, angles, and points of view, and you need it now. For us, being first is good, but being right is best. Live local CBS3.
The Royal Enfield Bullet was designed in 1955 and not updated until 2008. It takes an experienced hand to keep one running. I've ridden in the rain and the snow, but prefer not to. That's why motorcycles and meteorology go together so well. It also takes an experienced hand to make an accurate riding forecast. As our region's longest-serving meteorologist, I think I have the touch needed to get it right.
Watch Dave Anderson weeknights at 5, 6, and 10. Kristen Vaki is as local as our evening news.
I'm from here. This is my home. I learned how to do a left-handed layup right there. At that hoop, that exact hoop.
Covering the communities she calls home too.
You know, there's nothing phony about it. That's who she is. She's just a natural at it, so I enjoy watching her because she's so good at what she does.
Leaders at Hibbing Taconite are scrambling at the Menorca Mining family heritage and iron mining history.
For everything local, watch Kristen Vaki on Live Local CBS3.
Now at Homeworld Rugs, thousands of area rugs will be sold up to 67% off when you take an extra 12% off already discounted prices, plus 3-year special financing. Hundreds of rugs from $77, room-size rugs from $147. The area rug clearance at Homeworld Rugs.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
The cost of living is on the rise. The Labor Department reported consumer prices jumped 5.4% in July from a year earlier. Alice Gaynor tells us what products are getting more expensive.
Filling up at the pump remains pricey, especially for drivers with long commutes.
I'm having to put, $30 or $40 in my tank every other day. That's a lot.
A new government report says gas is up 41% compared to last year, fueling a rise in overall prices, including food. The cost of eating out in July saw its biggest one-month surge in 40 years. And shoppers are spending more at the grocery store. Beef and veal jumped 6.5% in the past year. Pork products increased nearly 8%, and whole milk rose 8%.
A lot of these prices have definitely gone up.
And that has Catherine Carcamo changing her shopping habits.
Maybe like a brand that you usually don't buy, or maybe like smaller.
There is a little bit of good news. Even though prices are going up, they're not rising as fast as previous months. Used car prices slowed last month after soaring for most of the year. Airline tickets declined a little from the previous month, but are still up 19% over last year.
Those increases that we've seen continue to put a squeeze on the household budget.
Bank rates, Greg McBride says it's not clear how long the current increases will continue.
We won't know until probably early part of 2022 with any clarity whether or not inflation was just passing through town or whether those higher numbers are here to stay for a while.
Pandemic-related supply chain issues are one factor influencing costs. Once those stabilize, economists believe prices could too. Alice Gaynor, CBS News, New York.
One bright spot in the report is prices for fruits and veggies are down slightly in the past month.
Coming up, it is a busy news day. Why the CDC is now urging expectant mothers to get vaccinated. What a new study revealed about COVID-19 and possible complications during pregnancy. Plus, 2 coaches now face murder charges in the death of a high school athlete who died after practicing in extreme heat. And could more screen time cause your child to become nearsighted? What parents need to know. The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Mopping the dirt from your floor is a messy chore. Well, now you can spin away those germs with Floor Police, the lightweight and cordless power spin mop that scrubs away messes the fast and easy way. Just add any disinfectant, and at a speedy 100 RPMs, the microfiber pads do all the scrubbing so you don't have to. The secret is the powerful electric motor and rechargeable lithium battery that has 90 minutes of runtime. The swivel head can easily clean in and around obstacles and get deep under furniture. Plus, the pads are machine washable and reusable. Get Floor Police with 2 microfiber pads for just 2 easy payments of $29.99. But wait, call now and get 2 free scouring and 2 free polishing pads. But hold everything, because you can double the entire offer. Just pay separate fee, and we'll even ship it to you free. That's 2 Floor Police mops with pads, plus free shipping on your entire order. Call or click now.
Call 1-800-592-0163 or visit floorpolice.com. So call 1-800-592-0163 now.
Yay! Here you go, sweetheart.
It's your first savings account.
A savings account? Imagine the possibilities. Oh, no.
But I really wanted a basketball.
You may dribble me,
Imagining a bright future? Let's see how we can help. National Bank of Commerce. We make more possible.
When we talk about quality journalism, we're not talking about a once-in-a-while thing. Our team of experienced award-winning journalists has one goal: to tell the most compelling, honest, and accurate stories that impact you and your community. Because this is our home, too. Live, local, CBS3.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Wednesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we reviewed last night's election results for the Duluth City Council and heard from the top 4 finishers for the at-large seat. That race will wrap up at November's general election with the top 2 vote-getters getting the seats. And tonight at 6, we sat down one-on-one with Duluth's Mayor Emily Larson today about the decision to move away from the partnership with Visit Duluth and instead work with a Twin Cities company for tourism industry marketing in the city. She defends that decision tonight at 6. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.